folks. Well, it's Friday, it's my day off, and I'm out again. I'm in the Stubble field again, as you can see, and it's actually a field that's just adjoining the larger field that was over that way. That was in with David in the last video. I haven't been in this field before. It's a fairly smallish field. I don't know the acreage of it. Not too big anyway. But I've seen it's been harvested, so I thought, right, let's come and give it a go. So I've had a couple of bits of lead so far, just in the entrance to the field, just back there. And I've had another lead find here. So let's show you what we found. So about 5 or 6 inches deep. The signal was a bit jumpy. It was reading, what, 19 one way up to the 20s, mid-20s. And it's just another lead item. It's got a hole through the middle. And I was really hoping that was going to be a spindle whorl, because I've never actually found one before. It may be, I don't know, but if it is, it's a small one, I presume. It looks quite small to me anyway. It could have been a weight or a gaming piece or something or other. But it's quite encouraging to find something like this, because I know the farm was telling me that somebody has detected in this field before. I think possibly a few people together, maybe a small group. So they've missed this at least, so perhaps they've missed something else as well. Right, that's first decent start. Sorry, the first decent find. So we're going to be walking over that way, up and down these lines, until I get to the side of the field. Well, this one had me going. I just saw the rim of this sticking out of the soil, and I thought I got a silver ring or something. Not to worry, something modern, off a bit of farming machinery, no doubt. Well, at the moment it's chucking it down, so I'm just sheltering under this combine. Very handy actually being here. I just took a little item up just where you can see the detector and the spade. I don't know what it is. Is that going to focus? This little thing here. I wonder if it could have been a harness mount or something along those lines. It's got like a diamond shaped hole in the middle of it. It looks fairly old. Looks like it would have been attached to something, so probably leather. Maybe a harness or a belt, or I'm not really sure. Anybody have an idea? If you do, please post a comment below. Very helpful, thank you. I think the rain's easing a little bit. Just below the surface, and we've got a little button. I'm not going to show you too many buttons today unless I get a nice one. This is a bit unusual. It's a slightly different, well, in fact I haven't had one quite like this before. I don't think it's particularly old. Looks like it might be a 2-piece button, I think. Yep, just a little button. Right, I've decided to jump fields. I was at the top end there in the field next door, but I found a lot of little tiny pieces of lead. Signals that you can't ignore, but unfortunate for me, I didn't have a lot of luck. I was in there for about an hour and a half, so yeah, I've come back into the field that David and I were in the last video. David was over that way somewhere. I've just had a signal down here, 17, 18. A few inches deep, and we've got, I think, a first coin. It's a coin, no idea what it is. Hope it's not modern. Hope it's not a Lizzie. The modern coins tend to read a bit higher, don't they? No, don't tell me it's a Lizzie. It is. Is it? Oh no, that's a farthing. So who was that then? What is it? That's a wren. Excellent. Can't see it. There's a date at the top there, 19... I think it says 1919 or 1918 maybe. So it must be Victoria, is it? Oh no, no, of course it isn't. It's George V, isn't it? Victoria. Right. Excuse me. Right, can't quite make out who it is. Looks a bit like George VI, actually. I'll have to check that when I get back. But it's a little farthing, and I think it says 1919. And it's got a wren on the back of it. Lovely. Yeah, that's nice. Great stuff. First coin of the day. A little 15-16 signal, and we got another hem weight. Let's use the wind. Yeah, well, about three or four from here this field now. Well, I had a little shallow signal down here. What was it, about 23, 24, 25 thereabouts? And it's another one of them buttons that I found last week that I mentioned. A rather unusual design. Now this one actually is in better condition. Can you see that in the video? I think I called it an octopus last time round, but it could even be like a vase with flowers coming out of it. But it's got that rather unusual back on it, like what I called a cage design. Has anybody seen anything like this? Do you know how old they are? I mean, it might not be very old, it might be Victorian or Georgian or something, but I've only ever found 3 coins with this back on, and they've all been the same design as this, and all in this field as well. Yeah, fascinating buttons. Well, this was a screaming signal, low 20s, and I thought it was a thimble when I first got it out of the ground, but there's no dimples on it at all. It's got a couple of lines running around the bottom part there. It's quite light. It's got a flat top on it as well, so if it's not a thimble, what is it? It is very light, like I say, so I can't see it. I suppose it could be a cap off something, but off what? Or is it, did they make thimbles without the dimples? I generally don't know. Odd one that. Maybe a thimble, it may not. A few yards from where I found that thimble type thing, we've had an 1819 signal, and it looks like we've got another coin. Yeah, I think it's a coin. There's not a lot on it. Oh, there we are, it's Victoria. Yeah, bunhead, I think. Very dark looking coin, this one. It's a bit, I don't know, looks like it's been bent and straightened again. Probably hasn't, but almost as if it's been polished. That's a really unusual colour, that. They're normally very green when I find these. Yeah, strange that, how it looks. Very dark, very shiny. See if I can see a date on it. Do you know what I mean? Looks like it's been bent. Can't see a date. No. Shame the front's a bit crusty. Well, it's a bunhead, so it'll be sort of 1860, 1870-ish, probably a bit, possibly a bit younger than that. Right, no, it's not bad. This is a strange little item. Signal's a bit jumpy, so 17 up to 19. I've absolutely no idea what it is. It's quite fairly heavy. I've no idea. Looks quite old, doesn't it? Any ideas? He says, hopefully. Don't know. Well, I've just popped back into the field that had the oats in, and see the straw's quite yellow compared to barley and wheat. I've got a 16 signal down here, a few inches deep, and I think we've got a little lead token, although I can't see anything on it. Doesn't actually feel that heavy, but I think it must be lead. I tried to scratch the side with my knife just to see if I could reveal anything, but I think I did see a little bit of silver, well, lead colour there. So, yeah, I think it's a token. Not sure how old that would be. Might be fairly old, might not. I've got to say, this can be really hard work, can't it? Stubble puts you through it a bit. Throws you off balance. It's difficult to swing on. Oh dear. I've been here about six and a half hours now. I haven't got a lot to show to it, to be fair. Yeah, I'm just about jiggered. Right, I've just had a little find down here. A couple of inches below the, well, 2 or 3 inches below the surface. It's this little thing here. And I've just done the foil test and it stinks. So it's definitely silver. I don't know what it was. I think it obviously part of something. It's got a sort of a flower petal look to it. So whether it's some sort of jewellery, probably. But yeah, absolutely stinks. So it's good quality silver. As to age, I don't know. I found my first ever hammered coin in this field. It was that was 1573. Just over there, David has his Roman coin over there somewhere. Well, obviously a few other bits and pieces as well. So it might be old. I can't say for sure. A little bit of silver. I'll be doing that thing where you say to yourself, one more line of straw, I'll go up and down one more time, and you do it again and again and again. If you're just desperate to find something decent. Wasn't one of those days today. Found plenty of buttons and lots of little bits of lead, but as I said before in other videos, they're all signals that you've got to dig, because you never know what they're going to be. You know, just could be something decent that time. Yeah, so it's been a very tiring day. Stubble is hard work. Right, let's show you what we've got. Bits and pieces. That thing there, it does look like a thimble to me, but it's without any dimples, which kind of defeat the object really, I suppose, in some ways. Your needle would be slipping around on there all the time, wouldn't it? But I can't think what else it would be. It is about the right size for a thimble. Some general military service buttons. I think I've had 2 or 3 of those. Little button with some design on that. I don't know if you can pick it up on the video. Other buttons there. That thing with the strange, could be a vase and some flowers, I'm not sure. I had another one of those, a smaller one, which is that one there. You probably can't see it on the video. Hem weight. I think that's a lead token. Yeah, other buttons. That possibly a spindle whorl, but I don't know if they made them this small. But if it is, that'll be the first one I've ever found. Oops. Some odd shaped thing there. I don't know what that is. Probably junk, actually. Oh, it's got, I don't know, bit of shape to it, so I'm really not sure what that is. That thing I thought might have been a mount, possibly to go into like a leather belt or something or other. What do you reckon, guys? Is it, or is it just a bit of tat? That thing, I didn't film, well, no, I didn't film it, did I? Dark metal. Not sure what it's made out of. Could be some sort of pewter type material, or... And it's very similar to this metal as well. Well, this obviously is considerably heavier. Not sure again what that is. I don't think they're from the same item, are they? Not sure. And the other bits and pieces, not many coins at all today. Victoria penny, very worn. Very dark colours as well. A little Wren farthing. Quite nice, that, actually. I think it's George VI. Can't see a date on it at the moment. And a tiny bit of silver. So possibly the remnants of a bit of jewellery. Or a mount for something. Yeah, it could have been a mount for a stone, couldn't it? Right. Junk in a tub today. Lots of little tiny pieces of lead. Hinge, lock, fence staples. Dug loads of little signals today. I'm not going to tip them all out and show you them all, but you get the idea. There's a lot of stuff there. A lot of small pieces. You know, people who are new to detecting, or perhaps watch these videos and haven't started detecting yet, probably think we all find great stuff all the time, when in reality you really don't. The really great finds are quite few and far between. You're mostly digging rubbish, and see an awful lot of it as well. But obviously you don't show all that on the video because, well, why would you bother watching a video of people digging rubbish up all the time? So yeah, it can be really hard going, but it's good fun. You never know what you're going to get. You just gotta stick at it, and eventually you'll find something. Some folks have fields that produce lots of stuff. I've got one field like that, which is at the moment it's a bit, the grass is too long to detect on, so I'll be on that whenever it's ready. But yeah, it's good fun. If you want to see a nice find, look on a channel called Robbie Cole's Metal Detector. He's put a video on Thursday, what was that, yesterday, the 5th, and he's made a cracking find there, so it's well worth checking that video out. Well done, Robbie, you deserve that, mate, well done. Right guys, that's me done. I'm going to stop waffling, I'm going to go home and get some tea. Catch you next time round. Bye for now.